Welcome back to another Thronefall video. This time we are going to be showing how to get quests B and C on Totend. We're going to be doing them at the same time. So for B, we need, well, for both of them, we need Blood Wand, Heavy Armor, Gladiator School, Sustainable Mining, Daredevil, and Experience Gain. We need Heavy Armor and Daredevil for Quest B. And for Quest C, we just need Pacifist Pact and challenge the God of Choice. So, we will jump right into it. As always, we just need to start by getting our Castle Center. And it's a similar strategy if you've seen my other two videos, which is getting Berserkers and relying on units in the early portion of the game. Additionally, we get some fields and we have some fields and mills down in that lower section, just because they are safe tucked away for a few rounds, and it is very important to build economy early, because that is the lifeblood of any run. Part of that includes trying to get these shrines, because the more shrines you have, the more money that you are going to get from them. Or maybe not more money, but the more damage they will do, and also shrines just deal damage, which is also nice. So we try to get both, which we should be able to do. So we get that one, and then we'll pull all the units up to this other shrine. And that's the only objective we really have for this first wave. Getting both shrines, and that's all. Which we are just barely able to do. Day 2, we start again, we focus on economy. We get a mine, we get more fields down here. Well, we get the other mill and field. Continuing with the explosive, just because that is the most beneficial thing that I find. And we get a shrine. We don't really have anything to get with these extra 5, so we might as well just get some fire archers. And we will try to get this shrine done, just like with the other one. Now that we are going to be dealing with fighting things on the lower section of the map, we will get the mill and field up here. We also, since we have a lot of income, we will start the research now, so we can get the melee upgrade. I don't think it's too important if you get the melee or the range first, but I tend to go for the melee, just because, why not? And then we get 2 shrines here. And we have a bunch of extra money, so we just spend it on houses, boost our economy for the future waves. Because we could have spent the 7 to level up the castle center, but then we don't have enough for a mine. Or an upgrade to, well, anything really. So we just get houses. And as with before, we will just try to keep units close so that we can activate the shrine. We should be able to activate both shrines, but that is the goal for this wave. And now it is an acceptable sacrifice to lose the rest of those mills and fields just to drag all of the units up towards this shrine, because that's what we're really trying to get done here. Is we really just want to activate all of the shrines that we can. Which we are again able to accomplish. Now though, we have plenty of money, so we will level up the center castle. Additionally, we get the mine. We also will level up a field down here. Not only do we get the economy in the lower section though, we do walk back up here and get the mine up here as well. Whether or not we will be able to activate that shrine, it'll happen at some point. But for the time being, we will just focus on getting the berserkers there. And we still have 5 coins, so we are going to upgrade another one of the mills down here. Get what we can from that income there. Then we bring all of our units down here, and we go about the night. Now it is day 5. What we do for day 5 is we get another upgrade for all of our units. Get them both. We get all of them up to the 2nd level that we can. We already have a lower mine upgrade, but we do need to get a few more of these fields, so we get those. And then the only thing left that we really need to do is to upgrade up here. Primarily because it will really just, we use it as bait to hope that we can continue to do our research for tonight. And we have a bunch of extra income, so we will get some houses. We bring everyone over, and there we go. That should be all that we need for this night. The first thing we do on the beginning of night 6 is we level up our castle, and we get castle up. Not that we're really focusing at this point on walls or towers, but doesn't hurt to get them. Then we will upgrade all of the units to the next tier. Well, we'll get the 2 berserkers, I should say. Then we will get 1 of each hero, except the healing hero. So we get the golem, the firewing, and the lizard rider. And then we still have 13 coins, which, well, I believe we can upgrade the mine up here, or not the mine, the mill up here still. Yes, we can upgrade this to the final tier. And we don't quite have enough to do that. So we will do the final, or the next research, next wave. But while we are here, we will upgrade another mill. And we will start this night. We should be able to keep most of these mills and fields alive. Now with the, quite frankly, ridiculous amount of money that we have this wave, I believe we're above 100, yes. We first get, well, the final mill upgrade there, and now that is our mills fully upgraded. we will focus on getting some additional research. We will get ranged attack, as well as we will get our first research for our own character, and we will get the additional armor. We will get the final 2 level ups for the archers, and we will get 1 level in each of the heroes, except for the Lizard Rider, who we will level up to the maximum level. And with that, we have spent all of the money that we can. What we can do, actually, we can get a little bit of extra money by spawning in a big spider, as well as some ghosts. I believe ghosts are the option on this side. Yes. And with that, we start the wave. Alright. Now they're coming in from a bit of everywhere. The most important thing to get for this wave are the barricades. Not that the racers are necessarily going to get too close, but it's always good to have them as a precaution. And we don't really have any more economy to spend our coins on, so from this point, we will continue to just spend the money that we do have on towers and walls. However, I did realize, or I did forget until now, we do have to still get the 2 final upgrades for the heroes. So we get the Fire Wing to level 3, as well as the Golem. And with that, every single time, every single night from this point forth, we will continue to level up towers. With the exception of on night 13, we get the temple upgrades as well. We start getting those, but until then, we just get towers. I don't believe it really matters which tower we go for. We have 2 choices. I tend to prefer the Ballista Tower when the option is available. My 2 favorite are the Archer Tower, the Archer Spire, and the Ballista Tower. They're not always both available. When they're both available, I tend to go for the Ballista. Otherwise, I will go for the Archer Spire. And if neither of those are available, I will always go for the Fire Tower instead of the healing unit, or the healing tower. And with that, that is kind of everything. From this point forth, we're just upgrading towers. And the occasional wall. We do need to get our walls in, but we can wait for those. And as I said, we just now have to continue to get towers. So we will do that now. We'll get a few towers every night, just so that we don't have to spend a bunch of time in the last few nights getting the upgrades for these towers. And because why not, we will upgrade these 2 houses as well. I believe that is now all of the houses to the final level. And we start the night. Although the final potentially important thing is just to get this final research going for, I tend to go for ranged damage. I don't believe it truly matters, but it is the one that I do tend to choose. Now this strategy, as with any strategy for any of the maps, really is built on making sure that you are investing enough of your coins into your economy early so that you can get more economy for the future waves and more and keep building it. So you don't want to get too overpowered too quickly, because then, well, you might not have invested enough into your economic buildings. But you still need to make sure that you are investing into your power, which in this case are the units early on, and then we focus on finally getting some of the towers in the later waves. Alright, so for this wave, we just continue to get some walls. The one additional thing that we will do, that I will do now to make sure that I don't forget to do it, is get elite ghosts. I could probably get elite spiders, but it doesn't really matter too much. And the elite ogre there. And then we will upgrade these walls to the second tier. And again, we just focus now on getting towers. Bring all the units forward and start the night. And that should be all for this night. Now we are on night 12, so we don't need to focus on the temple quite yet. However, with attacks coming from this upper portion, we will focus on some walls and some towers over here. We would like to prevent them from destroying the research tonight. However, it really is not that important if they do end up destroying it, because there's still the next night, which will fully get all 3 tiers of research for us. Although we can also get this final additional armor research, which would make it so that our secondary attack, the primary, I think, use of the Blood Wand, which is that really heavy-hitting attack which takes a lot of your health, we can make it so that it is as effective as possible against the final boss, just by getting that final upgrade there. So, as with every other night, bring everyone forward and let's go! And it seems like we were indeed able to save the research tonight, which means we now have maximum research done for our units, and with one more night we will be at maximum research for our own health. But it is now night 13, so to make sure that we have the maximum temple upgrade for the boss fight, we have to start using it now. And I think the most effective is the shrine upgrade. I don't think it is particularly helpful per se, but of the ones there, I think it's the best. You could really pick whichever one you prefer. When the option is there, I tend to go with the one that makes the units all die at the start of the night, and then you can have them respawn extremely quickly for the rest of the night. That is my preferred temple upgrade, but that is also for what I believe are the more difficult quests. And is this every we don't have every tower yet. There are still towers in other portions of the map. So I will just go through and get those, and see you when the night is about to start. Alright, and with that, we bring everyone over and we jump right into it. And now, I believe the only thing left to do is to get this one upgrade for this tower, although we might have an additional upgrade to get right here, it seems. Yes. And of course, we need to get an upgrade for the temple. Now, I believe that this night, night 14, is the most difficult night, because if you have made it to this point and you don't have enough things built up around you, then you'll think that you're doing well, you can get through night 13, but night 14 will be a very painful experience. Which I believe it primarily comes in the form of not being adequately prepared for these flying siege units. If you don't have enough towers built up around you, and they start building up and then they get in all at once to your castle, that is not going to be a good time. But we are adequately prepared for that. We will have no problem sorting this all out. And just like that, we are now on to the final wave. So the only thing that we can get is the final temple upgrade. So we get that, we walk on down to the beginning of where this fight will take place, and we start. And just like that is how you defeat both quests B and C simultaneously. Now, you don't have to do them at the same time, but this strategy will work for either of them. So if you think it's a bit too difficult to do both at once, use the weapon that you prefer, use the 2 separate perks, maybe don't use the 2 mutators. Do what's best for you. But that is how you can beat both quests B and C on Thronefall Totend. Hope you enjoyed.